integration basically means what? It means putting everything together. It's like a project manager is taking all the bits and pieces of the project and putting them all together into one piece. Now it's very easy to say that, but in real life very difficult to achieve, right? Because that is where the key skills are required. And when you're trying to put everything together, friends, what is the major challenge in real life?
Maybe conflicts between different things.
Conflict between different things.
They don't fit well.
They don't fit well. Very good. What else?
There are a lot of unknowns.
Lot of unknowns. So unknowns we cover in risk management, right?
Yeah.
So the problem with putting things together is that it is very difficult to reconcile all the differences, especially with different teams, different departments, different user groups, right? That's not an easy job. So that is why the main job of the project manager here is coordination and communication, right? Very good. Coordination and communication is the major job. Now, if we go back and remember that matrix that we created last time, so we said project integration management is here, and then we talked about initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, closing, right? So we said as a project manager we are putting all of this together. Now what are we doing? We need to be doing something in each process group as a part of the knowledge area. So the first thing that we are doing is the goal, right? The objective. What are we doing? That is what has to be decided, which is the what of the project. Once we decide what we are doing, and that is signed and approved by the sponsor or important stakeholder, that becomes our guideline, right? Having done that, we move on and we say, okay, if this is what we are doing, how would we do it? What's the plan? We say the next important part is how. How to. If this is what, this is the how. And this is the plan, right? How would we bring these objectives into successful implementation? What's our goal? Having defined that, friends, we say, okay, let's do it, right? Let's put things into action. And that is where we come out with the action plan or the execution of the project, doing it. So you'll see here there's a verb, action, right, which is execution, which is directing the project, leading the project, right, managing the project. Now, in the planning part, we said, friends, that we have created all the baselines, right, and all other subsidiary items. If we want to find out how we are doing, plus minus variances, then this is where we check it. We say how is it going? Right? The variances, measurement, whether it is within the tolerance limited or not. So all that is called as monitoring the work. And when you monitor, you realize something needs to be changed. So it's okay, in order to control the cost of the project, you need to get $500,000 more because we have overshot the cost of our delivery. So then you go about getting more money. So you talk about changes, modification. Modification to what? To the baseline. Right? Because anytime you modify anything from the baseline, you have to have an approved change. And then once you're done executing the whole project based on the plan versus actions done, then you have achieved the goal of the project. Right? So it's done. So you want to end the particular phase or project if it is one phase project. So that is, friends, a very high level explanation of the knowledge area, that what are we doing, how would we do it, let's do it, then check plan versus actual. Plan versus actual. When you check it, you said the plan was to achieve our iPhone 5 project in 6 months' time with $30 million with these set of 10 requirements that were frozen. But now when we're checking, it looks like we are in the second month and we should have been done 30%, but we are actually only 10% done. Good or bad? Bad, because we are pretty behind in terms of our goals. And if we are behind, what do we need? We need to do something. Get more money, speed up, increase the output performance, or get some changes approved to the same stockholders or stakeholders. And once they approve, you go and update your plan and execute those approved changes till you're done. Whatever you had in the plan, if it is executed, then your project is complete. Sometimes whatever is the plan, you're executing halfway and you decide not to go for it. Then what happens?
About the project.
Abort the project, kill the project, shelve the project, because sometimes the business has changed, right? The business has changed, things have changed, and there are new things happening in the market. So not all projects are successful, but all projects have to be closed, right? And this is a major challenge because companies spend millions of dollars and suddenly this damn thing becomes unimportant and everybody throws it and then moves on. After 2 years, companies start a similar project and there is no lessons learned, no archives, no documentation. So that could have been used. It may not have been used, for that project, but for some other similar project that could be used. So friends, that is what we discuss in this process. And the processes are, this we call as what?
Develop project charter.
Yes. Now I didn't purposely use those terms because I wanted to give a different perspective. I don't want you to really know those develop project chart. Right? And this is the project
Project management
plan. Project management plan. And then this is DIMPI, if you remember I called it. Direct and manage project execution. Right? That's why I gave you different terms to make you understand. DIMPI, direct and manage project execution. This is monitoring and controlling, right? Monitoring and controlling project work. This is PICC, perform integrated change control. Again, you don't have to know exactly what that is, right? Try to understand the concept. And this is what we call as close. Closing the project or the phase. So if you see here, this is exactly what we're going to discuss. I'll take you there and we'll come back to this slide. Different charter, plan, DMP, directed magic project execution, controlling, fourth process, fifth process, change control, and sixth process, close project. Right? So that is the whole presentation about how do we go about integrating the whole project together and get things done. So now coming back to this part, integrating the whole project. So if I say this is the main job of the PMO, does it seem right?
In a way, yes.
Okay. How?
Because if you really see in integration management, as you mentioned, everything is coming in together, and PMO holistically makes sure that everything in the project is going well, and it looks at things not at a very specific level, but it looks at it at a bird's eye view, and then might go deep into where there are issues. So yes.
Yes, I think this is at 30,000 feet level where it's overall. And then getting into the weeds of it would be more from a
Very good.
PM perspective.
From a PM perspective, this is what the main job is project manager is doing. Could be the structure is project management office, PMO, if there is one. And the main job of the project manager is to put everything together, integrate by coordinating, communicating, interfacing with different areas to get the job done.